Radhika Kami lives with her family of 6 in a traditional mutant brick house in a rural village, in Nepal's Kanchanpur district for most of the year. For about 5 days each month, the 16-year-old is banished to a windowless, ramshackle shed with a small door and poor sanitation and ventilation, and is forbidden from touching other people, cattle, any fruits and vegetables that are growing, even books. It is known as a menstruation hut, and Radhika must go there each time she has her period. The family practices Kaupati, a centuries-old custom in the remote west of Nepal in which women, considered impure during menstruation, are sequestered for the extent of their periods. I feel bad that I have to go sleep in a separate hut every month, but what can I do? Radhika asked. She is not even allowed to use the family toilet during menstruation, instead making a trip to a nearby river, but she hopes this won't have to happen for much longer. On August 9, Nepal's parliament passed a bill that would criminalize the banishment of women during menstruation. Once the bill goes into effect, set for August 2018, anyone who forces a woman into a menstrual hut will be sentenced to 3 months in prison, or fined $30. It closes the door for us. Advocates of the ban believe, however, that the real challenge will be enforcing it. If girls like Radhika continue to practice Kaupati, or if they are forced to practice it by senior members of their family, will they report it to authorities? Yes, criminalizing it validates the fact that the government of Nepal thinks it is a criminal offense, but it does not in any way ensure that people will stop doing it, said Pema Lakhi of the Nepal Fertility Care Center. One of the country's leading menstrual hygiene activists, Pema Lakhi, interacting with a group of local women in Akham district of Nepal. Activists have long pressured lawmakers for a law to punish those who force women to practice Kaupati, a ritual rooted in Hindu taboos about menstruation, but campaigners believe that more awareness programs are needed to change behavior and mindsets, and they are not convinced that the law alone will solve the problem. Lakhi is also concerned that criminalization will make people stop talking about the issue, and may be counterproductive to the work she and other activists do. We are currently working to destigmatize menstruation. We talk to girls about Kaupati and why they practice it. Now, they are not going to come up and say yes, I practice Kaupati, Lakhi said. It closes the door for us to actually understand strategic approaches, through conversations with women and girls who practice the tradition. Lakhi and her colleagues say, they have learned that many do it because they want to. In many cases, the ritual is passed on the generation and not necessarily enforced, she said. Amar Sunar, a human rights and menstrual rights activist based in western Nepal's Dalek district, is delighted that a law will punish Kaupati enforcers. Sunar tried to file a police report in July after the death of 19-year-old Tulasi Shahi, who died from a snake bite while taking part in the Kaupati ritual. His case was against the girl's parents, but police refused to accept it because there was no law criminalizing the practice, he said. Now, this law is going to make it easier for us to legally fight against the perpetrators, Sunar said. Challenges on the ground, but Sunar adds that he is not very optimistic about immediate change in the villages themselves. People may demolish the menstrual huts, but then they will send the girls to some dark unused corners of the house during their menstrual period, which would be difficult for authorities to monitor, he argued. Laws don't change attitude. Under Kaupati, women who are menstruating are not allowed to touch growing things. Some residents of these rural regions are not happy with the ruling, especially those who believe that violating the practice means angering the god or goddess, and could bring bad luck to their homes. This is absolute hig-handedness, Government should have advocated for a safer way to practice Kaupati instead, said 69-year-old Laxman Shahi, who lives in a village in the Dialek district. Shahi says she will abide by the law but argues that the government is showing no respect for long-standing culture and tradition. Will the government be bad luck? She asked. Sooner things targeting religious leaders could be crucial to change attitudes among local residents. What the government should also do is run awareness programs targeting local religious leaders and shamans. They are the ones promoting these superstitions in villages, he said.